I trust you're all doing good. It's your host man and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, can you like the video, subscribe and turn on notification for more video like this and for more content like this as well. And also happy new month everybody, and I wish everybody a profitable one, more blues and more greens. So let's do more together. So today I'll be taking you guys on a BTCUSD trade recap. Yeah, BTCUSD trade recap, and this is a video and this is a breakdown. This is a breakdown video rather of BTCUSD trade that happened, the old dump, the old liquidation, the old price action, the dumping, all of those. Yeah, you understand how it happened. So pay close attention and make sure you watch to the end of the video, and let's do more together. Do well to grab a pen, grab a seat and jot things down and take notes. Pay close attention to details. They say nothing is free, even heaven requires that. So for this you have to pay attention. That's what you are paying in return of this knowledge. So let's dive into the video and let's start now. So today you see, I said you check whatever you want to do in your chart. You have to check the higher time frame narrative, the higher time frame direction. What are you doing here? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you completing a range? Are you dumping? What are you doing exactly? If you don't know, you have to find your direction first in a higher time frame before you jump into lower time frame. Don't just jump into conclusion, or don't just conclude that here we are buying or we are selling, just like you're trading patterns, or just go to your H4 and look for an entry model. No, doesn't work that way. You have to make sure you pay close attention to everything. So yeah, higher time frame is very essential, very crucial whatever you're doing. So pay close attention to this. You said this is a 6 months time frame here. We have a CRT high here. You know, CRT are mainly used for your direction, and the MSNR levels for your entries. So you have the CRT high and the CRT low almost getting to complete already. The cycle is almost ready for its completion, and let's just be there. This is going to take time. This is going to be there. It's just a question of time. It's going to happen, just a question of time. So here the CRT and the CRT low. You can see that is a 6 months time frame. I marked this before it eventually even dropped to this level. So I marked this from the manipulation candle, and the distribution candle is already in movement. So you can just check my telegram channel again to follow up with this update like this. So the link is in the description of this video or in my profile. You can just follow me across all socials here. So take a look at this, and we have this on 6 months time frame. So what do you now have on a 3 months time frame? Pay close attention to this. This is how to learn how to analyze from higher time frame to lower time frame. It's going to help you a lot, and it's going to make sure you focus on quality setup over quantity. It's not really about the amount of trades that you take or the numbers of trades that you make. It's all about your win rate and also your consistency. So consistency is not easy. It's only easy on paper, but when it comes to the theoretical part, the practical part is very hard. I would not lie to you. So this is on 1 month time frame. You can see that on the 3 months time frame there is nothing really much. We really have a QMR level, which is this one. This one, so that more sells the downside, but let's delete that to make our chart looks more nice. So we have this here on 1 month time frame. So what do you now have on 1 month time frame? On 1 month time frame we have something very nice before eventually even dump. So what do you now have on 1 month time frame? On 1 month time frame we have this. This is an imbalance or an FVG or inefficiency or whatever you call it. So this is another one here. So I made a video as the gas imbalance sort of CRT candles that you have, or something like this. You have series of candle like this. This is another candle. Oh sorry, I'm not good at drawing. This is another candle here, another candle here. So this is like an imbalance that got created here. So this is the low of that candle. So this is going to be like a CRT high, then you go for the low of the candle, something like that. So that's exactly what happened on the 3 months time frame, on 1 month time frame on BTC USD here. So pay close attention to this and learn this. So I have this first and foremost. This is a CRT candle here, and this is the an imbalance, and this is CRT high and the CRT low. This is on the 1 month time frame. On the lower time frame, it's going to give you multiple entries opportunities to trade. So pay close attention to that. So what else are we now looking at? So see that this is actually an alignment wherever we are looking out for. So now let's go on a 1 week time frame to see what we're dealing with. So on a 1 week time frame, you can see that okay, now we have this level here. Yeah, same thing that we saw on a 1 month time frame is something same thing that we see on 1 week time frame. Pay close attention to this. So on 1 week time frame, what do you now have again? You can actually just leave this chart here, this line here, something like this, or here. So on 1 week time frame again, we have another CRT candle here, like a CRT candle inside another CRT candle. So what do you now have? We have this high here, a CRT high, and we have the CRT low again. Sorry, we have the CRT low again here. So it's another CRT low again here. Sorry, so let's do that. I don't know why it's working that way. What's going on? So here I'm coming. So you have a CRT low, which is this one here, And same thing that we saw on the 1 month time frame, the imbalance model of CRT, same thing happened there again as well on 1 week time frame. So on 1 month time frame, you see that I showed you the imbalance model of the CRT. You can just go on 1 month time frame to see it again. So the imbalance here, this imbalance model of CRT, same thing happened again on a 1 week time frame. So this on the 1 week time frame is actually another imbalance model of a CRT, and this is a CRT low again. So these things aren't random. They are not something you can just wake up to and say that I want to do it this way, I want to do it that way. They are just things that happen frequently, often and often. So your own aim and your own goal is just for you to pay attention to them on price, learn how to mark them out. And one thing is the higher time frame we give you is going to be a if higher time frame is going to give you anything, it's going to be confidence to take your entries, because you know you are framing from a higher time frame, and the confidence is going to very much to take your entries, because you have less problem about your direction and you have more focus on your entries. So these are the things you need to pay attention to. These are the crucial part, and these are that are very essential part of trading. So take a look at it. It's not going to be easy, and if it's easy, people should be plenty here and there should be many here. But why are you here? It's because you want to do the extraordinary stuff. So here, prepare your mind and stay focused. So we have this CRT high, and this is CRT low, and this is a CRT high. This one here is a CRT high, and this is a CRT low. This one right here. So this is an imbalance model for a CRT, and I've talked about this. There's a video of mine that talked about the imbalance model of CRT. If you haven't watched it, because you can just go back and watch those videos. They are golden, and they are golden as forever. Yeah, because wherever you can repeat from A to Z, you can repeat from time to time. They are golden stuffs, and don't play with them. Yeah, I will not lie to you, and these are the things you need to pay attention to. So you have this here, and you have the CRT high and the CRT low here. So what do you now have here after that rejection? And this candle actually validates the OCRT framework. This candle here validates that OCRT framework. And what does that candle say? The candle actually closed below, which makes more sense, right? So now after the closure below, what do you now look at for? You look at for the nearest POI that can actually dump price to the downside. So what do you now have here? You can see we have this V-shaped key level here, no doubt. You have this V-shaped key level here, this one here. You have this one here. You have this camera level, this one there, and we have this strong camera level as well. So these are the 3 POIs that we had. So that POI here, these are the 3 POIs that we had for the old dumping price, right? So now, how do you know the one to hold? How do you know the one to choose rather? How do you know which one am I to choose? How do you know this one is going to hold or not? So pay close attention to this. I wanted to show you something that when you have multiple pairs, multiple POIs that you don't know which one to trade from, just switch to one higher time frame level, one time frame higher. Like if you're on H4, go to daily time frame. If you're on daily time frame, go to a weekly time frame. 1 week, go to 1 month, to see which of these POIs is still very much active on those charts. To see which of them is very much active, like you can like which of these POI can you still see on a higher time frame, which of these is still very feasible on a higher time frame. Anyone that you see on that higher time frame is going to be the most likely one to use, because they tends to become more strong. So now if you check this, you see that okay, now go back to 1 month time frame, you see that okay, 1 month time frame, you see that we have that KMA level, the strength, and open close key level on lower time frame, on 1 month time frame. So which makes more sense, right? So now let's go to 1 week time frame to see okay, now this came out level again, which makes more sense. So now let's delete the previous ones here and let's pay close attention to this. And if you check, you see that this actually sponsors sell, buy. So which makes more sense, like an RBS and RBS and SBR type of stuffs. So that's that about that. So what else are we now looking at to? We are looking at to this. We are looking at to something like this. Something like this makes more sense, right? So this rejection is what we are now trying to catch. This manipulation candle that dumped that last week. This last week candle that dumped from making BTC coming from 90,394 USDT to this level to 77,469 in a week. Can you imagine that dump? That's very crazy. Yeah. So now take a look at this. You have this. Right? So now on the daily time frame, let's check what's going on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what do you now have? On the daily time frame, we have this. So now let's limit all our lines, so our chart is not going to be messy. Yeah, I'm trying to draw back all these lines, so we have less lines and more nice charts. So here we have this. Here we have all those. Okay, so that's that KMA level, and this is that extreme low that we are looking at to take out. So now take a look at what we now have here. So this is what we are now talking about, right? So that same thing that happened on that same thing that happened on or am I saying that same thing that happened on the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame on BTC as the gas the KR the imbalance model, same thing happened again on the daily time frame. So what do you now have here on the daily time frame? You have BTC CRT high, the imbalance model, not that the imbalance model of a CRT candle, which is this one, right? And the CRT low. This is the immediate CRT low that we have, right? This is the immediate CRT low that we have. So just imagine that seeing it every time, every all time frames, they are all there. So pay close attention to this. Whenever you see them, pay close attention to them, leverage on them, make use of them effectively. So what else are we now looking at for? So take a look at that. So now what else are we now doing is so the fact that we have daily monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish makes more sense, all as screaming sells to the downside. So what else are we now looking at for? We are looking at for how to take our entries. So majorly I said higher time frame POIs are very very good, which is this the A-shape key level on higher time frame is very very essential. So somebody said I should make videos on entries. This is my entry, just pay close attention to them, because yeah, you just have to practice and practice and practice to make sense. So this is now a shape key level, right? So when I said something here, it's not even about the higher time frame level, it's about the week of the higher time frame projection. Is the higher time frame going to hold? Yeah, it's going to hold, but is that week not going to weak you out before you start to dump or you start to pump? That's a very crucial question you have to ask yourself. Is it going to weak me out, or is it going to dump on me, or what exactly is it going to do? So if your POI have a very longer wick, what do? You just have to make sure you check the longer wick and investigate on lower time frame to see if it's actually a body on lower time frame. These stuff that you hear are something that are very, 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 very classic. You just have to pay attention to them, and you have to make use of them. So if your POI has a very, very long wick on the A-shape key level or the V-shape key level you want to trade, make sure you investigate those wick to make sure they are not body on lower time frame. So you can know where to put your SL, you can actually leverage and refine your entries. Because why? This is going to hold here. The A-shape key level on the daytime frame is going to hold, which is quite obvious. But is the week not going to take you out? Something like this is the A-shape key level on the daily time frame, and you want to sell from here straight up. Something like this. You want to sell from there. Something like this. You want to sell from here. And you want to place your SL somewhere around this. Because you said this is a strong A-shape key level. Is it not going to give you something like this? You get it from that V-shape key level as you insisted, and the week of this, sorry, and the week of that candle not taking you out. What is that? Something like this. Using one of these POI on this week, like that. It's not going to take you out. That's the question you have to ask yourself. So that's why we investigate all those long weeks that we have on our higher time frame narrative. So now let's investigate this immediate one and let's see what we have with it. So I'm trying to clear my chart and let's see how it goes. So here we have this. So we have this long week here, the whole long week on the daily time frame here, which is this one. So going to H4, let's see if it's actually a body in lower time frame, and let's see if we could find our entry model there. Don't forget this has already break structure already coming. It's already giving us a break structure, making this OPY a strong one, like this. A OPY a strong one that's already broken structure to the downside, making this OPY a very strong one, right? So now let's pay close attention to that. Let me delete that and let's delete this and let's investigate that particular week and see if you can actually see an entry from there. So now let's go on H4 to see what we're dealing with. On H4, what are we dealing with? On H4, you see that this is that AP level on the daytime frame, and we see that okay, on H4, what do you have? On H4, we see have a very longer week to trade from, which is this one, that longer week. So what are we now doing here? We have to investigate on lower time frame again to see if that H4, if that week is going to be a body on lower time frame. Don't forget this is that daily time frame level that we have. It actually closed below it on the daily time frame, but see how it actually reacted on 4 hours time frame. So now let's go on 4 hour time frame and let's see a 3 hours time frame to see what's going on here. So on 3 hours time frame, we see that we have a very nice structure to talk about here, which is this one here, a sweep of the previous high, and this one here, have this. So this one makes more sense that after we have a sweep of previous high and we have this break of structure to the downside. So it's like we are now having a range kind of stuff, which is this. You have this one here, it's like this. Then you have a sweep of previous high, then a major break of structure, like then you have an engineer liquidity sort of stuff. Then you have this A-shape key level dumping the old price to the downside. This is a very classic one. Don't forget you are coming from a rejection on higher time frame, which is this level. Sorry, which is that level. I'm trying to dodge this. Which is this particular level. Let me move this to the other side. So you have this, which is actually higher time frame rejection. So this becomes your sweep of the previous high. This becomes your liquidity. Investment liquidity movement. And I know you guys know what an investment liquidity is and an engineer liquidity is. So yeah, so you have this sweep, and this is the A-shaped key level stuff, and this is going to be your external low. Your CRT low is going to be that your external low you're targeting, maybe one of these lows, I don't know. It depends on your chart mark out, and which makes more sense. And if you can actually hold it for the overall higher time frame CRT, you just have to trade your SL, something like this. It's just the framework of what you are working with and what you are dealing with. It's not something technical, it's just something logical. So it's not something that, it's not magic, it's just logic rather. So pay close attention to that and let's continue. So here I have this. Let me delete all of these and let's do that together. So here deleting all of this makes more sense, and yeah, we have this. Somebody said I talked very fast. I don't just want to waste your time and have a lot of talk and no significance. I just want to make everything easy and easy for you as well. So we have this here, which makes more sense. So we have a strong eye and a strong and break of structure that we have there. So we now have this particular one here. We have this HFK level here, right? After that, you have the HFK level created, and we have already minimized and stopped and rather minimized the length of the holes, the candle wick, and to this HFK level right here. So which makes more sense, right? So where is the liquidity level that we have? So we have an engineer liquidity here, and don't forget you have some sort of a trend line liquidity build up as well, which is here and here. You have this one here. Yeah, about these ones here. These are trend and liquidity build ups, and don't forget they actually exist and something like that. So we have this one here, and we have all these ones here. So these ones also here are trend line confluence sort of stuff. Sorry, that's the gam box, and we have this. So you have these ones here, and this is we have these ones, and this is something like this, and we see that's actually important and very crucial to whatever we are doing, right? So now pay close attention to that and see how it actually worked. So here we add this, from this particular level to this level. Sorry, placing your entry from this level makes more sense, right? Down this level like this to this level, something like that. Then we have this, using this HFK level for entry. Where to place your SL is very important. Above this one here, this eye, above that protected eye, which is this, opposes above this particular eye, which is actually that eye rather. So something like that. So take a look at that. So this is going to be your entry. Then you have something like this. Then your first target is going to be this external liquidity one, which is actually very nice. It happened very fast, right? Which is that one here. So that your range low. Then your last external low is going to be this one here, something like this, something like this to this low. So now let's say you now missed this whole first entry. This is actually like a 19-hour trade, a very nice one to talk about. So I was looking at this on another broker. So I was confused about this another broker here. I don't know this actually tagged already. So I was saying something else. I think on, is it on H4 something? I was saying something else on H4. I think is it weeks or is it, yeah, something like this on H4. So it's not really tapping here on a week's exchange. So I was expecting something like this for the more sales to downside. The CRT low here and that CRT high, something like this. So I was expecting this to actually trigger this high, take it out, tap it at level and start to dump against the downside. But unfortunately, that started dropping, and I got to know that on Bybit broker, it actually tapped into that particular level. Let's check Bybit broker together. So you see what I'm trying to say. So on the Bybit broker, you can see that it is actually tapped. So this is on the BTC USDTP. So BTC USDTP for perpetual traders, and let's check what's going on. No, sorry, let's check what is going on BTC USDT perpetual traders on USD on Bybit broker. So on Bybit broker, this is actually tagged. I'm coming. Let me delete all this drawing. So on Bybit broker, this is actually tagged, which is this. See that she actually tagged already. So that's that about that. So now let's go back and let's see what we are dealing with now on let's continue the video. Come in. Yes, here we are here. So it actually tagged and started up again. So I was looking at for more sales again here, using the same logic that we talked about here. So we have more sales here again. So you have this one here. This is CRT high. This is CRT high here, and this is CRT. This is an imbalance stuff. And this CRT actually, this is actually the CRT high here, and we have this low here. at the CRT low. Yes, same thing we are repeating often and often. Repetition of just what works. That's what we are. That's what happened here. Repetition of what works. Take a look at 4 hour time frame CRT and take a look at that. So let's go and 3 hours time frame. 3 hours actually have a very longer CRT as well. So you have the CRT here, which is the eye. This is this eye of the CRT candle. This eye of the CRT candle, which is this eye, and we have the low of the CRT low, which is this one here. So and don't forget, wherever you are trading CRT levels, you have to make sure you can target the 50% level of the old stuff. And these are the CRT candles, and these are the CRT range that we had here. So targeting the old range, something like this, the 50% level of the old CRT has been completed already, which is going to be your first target. So the moment the candle actually closed below this old level, then look for more sells against the downside to complete the OCRT range. So now later BTC might touch 74,349 USDT. So that's actually like a mark range or something like that. So let's check my Telegram channel together to see when I dropped the BTC USD trade insights, something like this. So pay close attention to that. I'm coming in a moment. Okay, so this is the trade. The trade insight I dropped on BTC USD on my Telegram channel. So pay close attention to that. So this is on a 6 month time frame. See that this is on 6 month time frame. That CRT high and that CRT that I marked out for you guys. So pay close attention again. This is on coming. So this is on a 3 months time frame. Yeah, it's on 3 months time frame. That imbalance model stuff. The model CRT model. That CRT imbalance model. Some same thing often and often and every time, just repetition of what works. So take a look at that. So you have this. So I was looking at this particular POI first and foremost for that V-shaped key level, not until you use that upper key level on the right time frame, and this one, that camera level that you used, this one, yeah, something like this. So this is the completion of that particular CRT here. So take a look at this. So this is that entry that I marked out from that level. You can see that on that green line. So that green line is there, and that rejection on on the weekly time frame here, that rejection that happened there. So take a look at that. So this is the BTC USD on the weekly time frame continuation. So take a look at this. So that's something I explained to you in that video. You just have to be there before it happened. So BTC was around 89,087. It's 9,087 point steady USDT here. So take a look at that for one BTC. So take a look at that dump that happened here, that rejection from that particular line. So take a look at that rejection from that particular line. See that dump in price. See that drop in price and see how it actually it happened beautifully. So take a look at that. So this is that completion of I think it's the continuation of the sell. So take a look at that, something like this. So take a look at that. You have that dump to the downside on the BTC years. Take a look at that dumping process. It was very very sweet and it was a nice one to talk about. So that's I think it's on a Watcher Guru. That is Watcher Guru, and see that dump that actually happened on BTC falls around to share. So I was saying, yeah, if you are here on the channel, you have less issues with your direction because you know where you are coming from and you know where you are going to. Here you have more conviction on your entries, and you have more reasons to buy or more reasons to sell. So you can actually connect with me on Instagram as well. I just opened this particular Instagram, and this is my major Instagram account. You can just connect with me. My link is in the description of this video and also on my profile. And let's do more together and take a look at that dump and see what happened there. So this is that second sale that I talked about in that video that I was looking to sell from. So it's not something random. It's just something you just have to pay attention to. So take a look at that. That sell again. So that buy. So that sell that it just eventually just dumps it downside, and that's that same thing, same imbalance model on it. BTC 6 months, 1 month, 3 hour daily time frame and 4 hour time frame. All of those same thing happen on Ethereum 4 hour time frame. The moment second candle actually closed, the likely entry is going to be that issue created by the two CRT candle, the manipulation candle and the range candle. This is just not random. There are something to pay attention to. So this is that video that I made on the three form of that CRT. You have the A shape, the continuation, and the imbalance model. This is actually these are powerful stuff. You have to pay close attention to them and make use of them effectively and efficiently. So just stay around, join my Telegram channel, join me on Instagram, on X, on WhatsApp, on Discord. I see on Discord here, on Twitter, same profile. This profile I'm on Stack here. So stick around, get used to it, and let's trade together. Let's do more together. So yeah, let's go back to our chart and trading view moment. So it's on a trading view. You have this trading view. So let's do more together. Yeah. So and also here, let me tell you something else. You got this BTC trade as well. So when you have that conviction from your time frame, you are going to have more reasons to buy or more reasons to sell wherever you are trading, something like that. So yeah, Thanks for staying to the end of the video, guys. Happy new month once again, and I wish everybody a profitable one. And also, guys, do well to stick around, like the video, share to your friends and family. If you find this video helpful, share to your friends and family, let them benefit from there as well. The money is enough to go around, and I feel there is much more money in the bank for us to get. So here, let's do more together and have a blessed weekend, and stay jiggy at the end of the next week. Thanks once again. Bye. Have a great day.